So yeah, I remember interviewing Daryl Simmons, part of LA and Babyface, and
Sure.
he said that he had to record Aretha Franklin, and he just didn't know. I mean, he was there just like, well, how am I telling you what to do? You are Aretha Franklin. It's like, and I've heard other people talk the same way. Even Jermaine Dupri said about the same things. That how do you record somebody who's been there and doing that before you were born and has sold millions of records? How do you tell them what to do? And I guess they're like, look, I've done it with somebody else, but this is your song.
No, let me tell you, Namdi. Al and myself, we worked with the late great Rick James. You
Oh,
know,
you kidding me?
yeah, he Warner Brothers sent him down to the city to work with us, and I hate to say it again, but he was there before we were. But
That was just a habit. Okay.
and I'm like, oh my God, he's already here. And another just Mr. James was just the best. He wanted to make sure that he knew the song. So he looked at me because I was there before Al, and he said, "Go over, just go over the song with me." And he's doing the notes, and I'm, hey, do this over, and I'm like, oh my God, wait, I just told Rick James what to do, and I caught myself quick, but it's like, but that's what these guys are professionals. They're legends. They look, you're in charge right now. So you better take charge. And that's what I loved about Rick. Rick James was saying, no, you're in charge. You got to tell me what to do. So all that other stuff, no, we'll worry about all that other stuff later. You're in charge. You're the producer.
Wow.
So true, a name like Aretha Franklin, as I said, Mr. Aaron Ross, they know what they're there for. Get the job done. This don't be. I'm not going to intimidate you. Get the job done. And that's exactly how Mr. Anna Ross was.
So what about Al Green? Was there any change in that sort of he's a living legend? Like I wouldn't know what to tell him to do.
Absolutely. He kind of had an idea for the song already, and they could see where the music was going and the
Mm.
drums and Al said, oh, sing these. I'm going to do these backgrounds. Now everybody in the room was like in awe. I mean, not in awe, but they were like, oh, this is going to be really different. This is a new sound. And we nailed it. We knew from the beginning that this was going to be a good record. And let me tell you now, let me tell you how much juice Mr. Reverend Al Green has. We did that record on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. 3 or 4 days later, he was Reverend Al Green was performing it on a late night TV show here in America across the country. So that's how quick. There's no like, oh well, who is this guy? No, he went from studio to national TV with that record in like 3 days.
Wow.
That Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness. Oh goodness.
So those living legends are living legends for a reason, is my point.
Yeah. My goodness. Okay, we're going back here. The Shades of Grey.
Shades of Grey was it was kind of a demo that we got rolling on, and it was cool, but it was a demo that we said let's put it on there. I wouldn't say it was one of the stronger songs, but um, yeah, it was cool. It was nice.
Yeah, so it's okay. So yeah, it's okay. And then Private Times.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. That was the first song we recorded for the second album. So I was on tour in LA and I was here in New York, and they needed that record for a movie soundtrack. So
Oh.
I had to rush out to LA to beat the deadline. And we recorded that song. We had other people singing backgrounds. Even Christopher Williams sang background on one of the tracks, and we didn't make the movie. We
Uh,
didn't make the deadline for the movie, but we knew we had a strong song. So we kept working on it, went through maybe two or three other versions, and what came on, made sure it got on the album.
what movie was it?
Wow, you know what? It was Lean on Me.
Oh,
It was a Warner Brothers movie, Lean on Me, starring Morgan Freeman.
yeah. In fact, I interviewed Rift because they were the boys who sang it. Okay, in the bathroom. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
we didn't catch the deadline. Unfortunately, it would have been great to be on that soundtrack of that movie, but we knew we had a hit record, so we held on to it.
oh.
Absolutely.
Now, Misunderstanding was the big track that we got to Nigeria, and this is where Al's dancing and everything. But it was Eddie, Novell, and Al that did the production. When they're doing that, do you just say, "I'll give you guys space," or you don't get involved, or?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just because I was working on other projects also at that time. So this was just an idea. Al and Eddie were like they were really close back then too. So that was inevitable that Eddie
Mm,
had a track and said, "Yo, Al, check this out." And I was like, "Yo, that's pretty good." And then Al does his thing. So we were always in the same circle,
okay.
but usually what Al would do is because he didn't like everyone hearing what we're working on. So that's why he liked me and him to just kind of isolate. And then when it's time to produce records, we were producing to Andre and then to Benny Medina. But that's why he kind of wanted to keep his circle small. He didn't want
Mm,
leaks here and there. So, but Eddie was always around. So Eddie was obviously very busy. Now that he got his company was starting up, and he's
okay.
still doing heavy D stuff. So this was just a track that Eddie said, "Hey, man, this would be good for you guys." So
Okay.
that's how that came about.
Channel J, because you also had Chub Rock as part of that, and yeah.
Yeah. Fun record. That was something that was Al's alter ego record. He wanted to do something that wasn't necessarily very Al B. Sure, even the style of the record. He
Mm,
wanted to do something a little different just to try it. And once we got Chubb on it, it was like we can't exclude this, even though it's not a real big Al B. Sure record. It was fun and it came out pretty good. So let's just include it.
yeah. Did you guys do any stuff with Chub?
No, no, I did not. I did not. Al might have because when I remember Al made a little rap album for himself. Chubb might have been involved. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Did it get
Yeah.
released?
No, it did not. It did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just something to have. And I know because Chubb does production too, so
Ah.
my Chubb might have did some work on that. Yeah.
Well, he did rap on a track for Tevin Campbell that you guys did.
Yes. Yes. Because Chubb was always again. He was another one that we felt was cool people, very talented, nice
Mm,
guy, um, and always willing to help wherever he could. So, Al pulled him in, and boom, he was right there. Made sure he was right there for us.
okay, so had enough. So that was Al and Devante. You didn't join you.
No, I did not.
Okay. Just for a moment. Just for the moment.
Oh wow. Yeah. Al wrote that for another artist that never was released. So the record, we always had that record.
Okay.
And Al, we put it together in the studio real quick. It was cool. That's all I can say
It was
about
just right.
it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the Halftime Chat community. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, why don't you consider being a member? That's a way of supporting the channel, but also getting a lot of videos ahead of time, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and some exclusive content that doesn't get shared. But anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for being part of Halftime Chat.
sweet.